right, ladies and gentlemen, the time we've all been waiting for. It's time to start our 2017 graduation ceremony. And to open today's ceremony, we have words from our senior student council class president, Casey Meyer.
Hello, everyone. My name is Casey Meyer, and I am the 2016-2017 Student Council President. It is my pleasure to welcome you to the Class of 2017 graduation ceremony. Tonight, you will watch this year's seniors walk across this stage and begin their lives as high school graduates. I'll end this welcome with a quote by Paul Bryant. "If you believe in yourself and have dedication and pride and never quit, you will be a winner. The price of victory is high, but so are the rewards." Thank you for coming, and I hope you enjoy tonight.
Ladies and gentlemen, the graduating class of 2017. Ladies and gentlemen, before you get too comfortable, I ask that you please rise and stand and face the north wall, because we're going to honor this great nation with the national anthem sung by no other from the senior class, Essence Murphy.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave? For the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Excellent job, Essence. Well, welcome, ladies and gentlemen. The first part of today's ceremony is to begin with our commencement speaker. We invite a commencement speaker every year to speak to our graduates before they go off to fulfill their dreams. Today's commencement speaker is Assistant Chief Scott Neal from the Bullhead City Fire Department. Scott Neal has lived in the Bullhead City area for 5 years with his wife, Chantel, and 2 sons, Zach and Josh, who both attend Mohave Accelerated Learning Center. Scott is a graduate from Eastern University, Michigan, and is currently attending Naval Postgraduate School in Monterey, California. He is a 4th-generation firefighter and has been fighting fires since 1992. Currently, Assistant Chief Neal is the Assistant Chief of Logistics and Strategic Planning for the Bullhead City Fire Department. But most importantly, he is Mohave Accelerated Learning Center's middle school boys basketball coach. Ladies and gentlemen, give a big hand for the Assistant Chief, Mr. Scott Neal.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Christensen, Superintendent Mulligan, Principal Merrigan, staff, teachers, parents, family and friends, but most importantly, the class of 2017. It is indeed an honor to be here tonight. It's been almost 28 years since the day that I graduated high school, and I remember a lot of things about that day. The family and friends and teachers that were a special part of my life at that time. But quite honestly, I have no clue who the speaker was that night, nor what they said. So if I cannot make this speech memorable, I can at least make it short. So the vision statement for MALC is empowering future leaders for success. And as a chief officer in the fire service, I can identify with that statement because, quite honestly, we're looking for people just like that. And I'm happy to hear that that's what MALC is producing here. Who knows, some of these folks that are graduating today may come to work with the Bullhead City Fire Department, but many of them will not. And so there's some things that we're going to share tonight to maybe give them a head start in life. So if you can humor this old firefighter for a few minutes, I have a few suggestions that will help these graduates go on to be the next generation of leaders in our community and beyond. So all of you are about to start the 12-month journey into, or 12 months into adulthood, the probationary 12 months. And this is not much different than the probationary time that young firefighters experience. Back in 1992, I started my 12-month probationary period with the department in Michigan. And at that time, this is where we saw a lot of new hire firefighters who we were looking for weakness in to kind of look at their skill set and to see if they could make it in the fire service, because quite frankly, not everybody does make it. And that's the journey that these graduates are about to take. But the 12-month period of probation in the fire service also looks for other traits. It looks for people who can lead in times of stress. It looks for people who can handle failure and who can endure hardships. Because that is what is necessary to survive in the worst conditions imaginable that we experience in our profession. Conditions that many firefighters will see throughout their careers. So, one of the first things I'd like to pay attention to here is the first time firefighters step into the fire department. One of the things that they are tested for is their attention to detail, looking at the things that protect them on an everyday basis, their equipment, the apparatus they drive, the station they live in. But it's really the most mundane task that captains and chiefs look for in a new firefighter. And things like the simple task of making your bed. You know, firefighters work a long 24 to 48 hour schedule, and the bed has to be made for the times at which you may actually use it. Well, if you did that as a probationary firefighter, it showed the captain you were dialed into some of the most minute, small details of your day that would are required to be a true professional. So, class of 2017, sometimes it's as simple as making your bed. If you want to be a leader in the eyes of your peers, make your bed. Another thing that comes to mind during the probationary firefighter is operating a fire hose. A fire hose is simply a large garden hose, and one might think it's really not that difficult. However, young firefighters during probation, they look at this task, and if they don't treat it right, it becomes very difficult for them, because that's a very forceful piece of equipment that they're trying to handle. I have seen personally some of the biggest guys that I work with try to individually handle a fire hose where hundreds of gallons of water a minute can come out at very high pressures. And quite simply, they just can't do it, and they don't understand that at first. So really, what you're looking for is, as a leader, is to really rely upon your support, your friends, your family, and your colleagues. Because if you want to be a leader in the eyes of your peers, sometimes you have to find someone to help you handle that fire hose, just like we did in probation. Finally, probationary firefighters are put into simulated fires, not unlike the type of challenges you're going to face in your first year outside of high school. These simulated fires are large burn chambers that can get 700 to 1,000 degrees. They're dark, smoky, extremely hot. Places where new firefighters learn that what they read in books are simply not what reality is in reality. But this is a place where we have to find out if firefighters can handle this environment. Because if they're going to be relied upon in a house fire, we have to know this. It is the darkest moments that the firefighters know they must be calm. They must be composed, where their tactical skills and their physical power and inner strength must be brought to bear. So if you want to be a leader in the eyes of your peers, you must be at your very best when the conditions are the worst. And quite frankly, you will see that in your first year out of high school. So to the class of 2017, you are moments away from graduating, moments away from beginning your probationary period into adulthood, moments away from starting to become the leaders that MALC has set you up to be. Thank you very much, and go Patriots.
Thank you, Assistant Chief. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have prepared a short video for all of you entertainment representing the graduating class of 2017. So if we can turn your attention to the biggest screen we have in the room. Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, the leader of the high school, the principal, Mrs. Valerie Merrigan.
So just like that video shows how we can make our ceremonies a little more personal for our graduating students, we get to do our awards during our ceremony as well so that they get the recognition that they deserve for their hard-earned awards. So first I'd like to bring up Pam and Terry Kelly from the Kiwanis.
Good evening. It is our distinct pleasure to offer a couple of scholarships to graduates here. I'd like to tell you a little bit, or let my husband tell you a little bit about our club.
Didn't know I was going to do that. Okay. We've been a member of the Kiwanis for a number of years, and we always hold ourselves in high esteem because we're a service club, and you know a lot of them around town. You know, there's the River Cruisers, the Lions Club, a couple of Kiwanis clubs, Rotary clubs, all raise money, and a lot of it comes right back to here, schools. And scholarships is what we are all about, quite a bit. This year we were really fortunate to award 2 scholarships to MALC, $1,000 apiece. And you know what? These kids, they earned their grade, and they earned these scholarships. And they're from Kiwanis. And when I was at the college for about 10 years, kids would come to me all the time and say, hey, where do I get some money? I need some scholarship. My wife and I will tell you, years and years and years, we watched scholarship money sit on the shelf because nobody would fill out the paperwork to get it. $20,000 scholarship, nobody applied because it was just too much work. Not here. These young ladies and gentlemen went for it. And one of the things I did look up was scholarships that are still available. You'll love these. National Marbles Tournament Scholarship. Chick and Sophie Marie Major Memorial Duck Calling Contest Scholarship. Asparagus Club Scholarship. These are real. I'm not making these up. I got these off the internet. The Michigan Llama Association Scholarship. My favorite. The American Association of Candy Technologists Memorial Scholarship. Yeah, that's the one I want. If it had chocolate in front of it, I would go. And if you like peanut butter, here's a good one. Jif's Most Creative Sandwich Contest Scholarship. Think about that. I went to school on Jif peanut butter. Enough of me. My wife's got some money to give away.
Okay, and now the good part. I also want to give a shout out to the MALC Club. I've been privileged to be a liaison from our club to the MALC Club, and a shout out to Mrs. Jessie Sessions, who's been a great advisor. Well, we had several applications for our scholarship this year, and we selected 2 very, very worthy. All of them were good. I mean, it was tough. We had several members of our club participate in the selection process, and it was difficult. So, without further ado, I would like to award each of these students a $1,000 scholarship. The first one goes to Casey Meyer. And the second one goes to Mark Rogers.
Thank you.
Next, I'd like to invite Sergeant Hiran from the U.S. Army.
Good evening. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, parents, students, and staff of Mohave Accelerated Learning Center. I am Sergeant Patricio Giron. I am a career counselor at the United States Army. I thank you for the opportunity to present and recognize some very deserving students tonight. Every year, the United States Army likes to recognize one young man and woman from the graduating class with the U.S. Army Reserve National Scholar Athlete Award. The students are chosen by staff who showed an outstanding performance in the classroom, on the field, and within their community. These individuals will be presented with a certificate, and this year's Scholar Athlete Award recipients are Andrew Hedge, and Emily Estrada. Before I call up the next group of individual, I would like to share a quote by the late General Schwarzkopf. If you leave here with the word duty implanted in your mind, if you leave here with the word honor carved into your soul, if you leave here with the love of country stamped on your heart, then you'll be a 21st century leader worthy of the great privilege and honor of leading the sons and daughters of America. With that, I would like to recognize our future soldier. He is part of the less than 1% of America's population who are currently serving in defense of our nation. Beginning at the end of May, he will depart to basic in order to embark on an adventure that will take him from civilian to soldier and begin his Army career. He will receive a check representing 36 months of tuition assistance and book stipends through the Department of Veteran Affairs for his post-9/11 GI Bill, totaling $95,221.36. Please keep in mind, this total does not include the upwards of $151,000 he would receive for housing allowance while he attends an Institute of Higher Learning. You guys please welcome Devin Montoy. Thank you guys, it's an honor being up here. You guys have a good night.
Okay, so this next award is one that is fairly new to our school. Last year was actually the first year we gave it out. And it was started by an individual who's been at our school for 10 years. It's Mrs. Jody Mulligan. And what she thought is, being a K through 12 charter school, eventually, as we got through the years, there were going to be students who spent every single year of their education at this school, kindergarten through 12th grade. And like I said, last year was the first time that we had one student who had done it. And this year, we have one student as well. That student is Bradley Strickland. Come on up. And these funds are gathered by the staff members at our school. So the staff members actually have funds withdrawn from their personal paychecks to put in, and that's what funds this account for these students. So Bradley now has a $500 check to use at the college of his choice. I have a few more awards. Unfortunately, there are students who have chosen schools that their representatives cannot come over here and present their scholarship awards. So I'm going to give a few shout outs for them. And there are two other students that I do need to recognize. The River Cruisers normally have someone that comes up and presents these checks to our students. However, now they're requesting these students to attend their meeting so that they can get the checks in front of their group. So you guys do not need to come up here, but when I call your name, can you please stand so that you may be recognized? And these students are each getting $1,400 from the River Cruisers here in Bullhead City. And those students are Emily Estrada and Casey Meyer. Okay, Alicia Martin, will you please stand up? Alicia Martin has received the GCU President Scholarship for $9,000. Congratulations. Grayson Moore has received a $24,000 scholarship for the University of Evangel University. Okay, a few here, so when I call your name, please stand up also. Shayla Peterson, Kai Tubasing, Cheyenne Mace, Emily Estrada, and Desi Webb. These 5 students have all earned the Lumberjack Scholarship from Northern Arizona University, which at this time is over $40,000. Congratulations. I have one more. Casey Meyer, please stand up. Casey Meyer did receive the Wildcat Excellence Award from the University of Arizona. However, she has declined that award because she earned 2 awards from High Point University. One of them was a $40,000 scholarship for scholastics, and then she received an additional $48,000 Prudential Scholarship. So congratulations, Casey Meyer. And last, there's one other, oops, there's so many papers up here. I know. Maybe I left it up there, hold on. Okay, let me go through them better. Thank you, I love you too. It is seriously not up here. Well, what I normally like to do is recognize all of the students who have taken our DE college courses. So if you have taken a DE college course, please stand up. So at this moment, we currently have 13 college courses that these students had the opportunity to take. And if you look at this class, this is literally almost half of the students of this graduating class have partaked in the dual enrollment classes, which is really great. Will everyone please sit down now? I would have called your name. So there's one I wanted to remain standing, Alana Clark. So originally, like I said, we're offering 13 classes this year. Next year, we're offering 25 dual enrollment courses for our student, which is amazing. However, Alana Clark is one of those exceptional students, so not only is she earning her high school diploma, she also received her AA degree from Mohave Community College. Congratulations.
All right, next I would like to invite our salutatorian tonight and speaker, Casey Meyer.
Thank you. Yes. Oh, okay. So, thank you so much for letting me speak with you guys today. So, 4 years, 36 months, 575 days, 4,025 hours, 241,500 minutes, and 14,490,000 seconds. However you want to calculate our time spent here at MALC, the end is here. But with every ending, there's a beginning. We have so many beginnings in our lives. Just in high school, there were 4 beginnings. The beginning of freshman, sophomore, junior, and the most important one, senior year. Now I'll tell you about my first day of freshman year. I woke up way earlier than I needed to. I was excited, I couldn't sleep the night before. My mom made pancakes and I scarfed those down super easy. Come on, they're pancakes. So I watched TV and I waited until it was time to leave. I got to school at 7:45 and I stood with friends catching up from the summer. And then I went inside to that cafeteria for my geography class. My last day of freshman year, I woke up at 7, ate a quick breakfast, and then went to school. I ended up leaving 2 hours early because, let's face it, last day doesn't really matter. My first day of senior year, once again, I got up way too early. We did a senior sunrise where we all go to the school to watch the sunrise. We went to Denny's, and I don't know if you know this, but at 6 a.m., there's only one server, so it was a little slow. So we ended up going to Perkins. After Perkins, we went to Starbucks. Keep in mind that this was all before 8 a.m., and if any of you guys know me, I am not a morning person. But after that, the other seniors had to go to school. Myself, Emily, and Tyler had late start. So this was around the time that Pokemon Go was popular. So I drove around in my car, helping them get some little points or whatever it is, I don't know, I didn't play it. But then we ended up coming to the school at 8:30, and we sat in my car listening to music. It was an amazing feeling. Right before second period started, we walked into our brand new hallway. It seemed surreal. I would never have another first day here. My last day of senior year, today, I woke up a little earlier than usual, 5:15. It's really early, I wake up at like 8:30 every day. I left my house and I met some friends at Black Bear and we had one last breakfast together. I got to school at 7 o'clock. I sat in my car, listening to music, and realized this was it. This was it, my last day. I went into Mrs. Sessions' room and we had our last student council meeting and we received our cords, these lovely red, white, and blue ones. And I almost cried while giving my thanks to my fellow student council members, just like I'm about to cry now because this is senior year. I can promise you that the feeling of graduating in this moment is honestly weird. It's the end and beginning of something all at the same time. It's the end of my high school, but the time of my college. I currently have 2 doors, one closing and one opening, as do all of my classmates. You see, the class of 2017 is pretty amazing. We have such a variety of students, it almost seems untrue. If you don't believe me, here's a little info. Among us, there are Student Council, Key Club, National Honor Society, Science Club, Strategy Game Club, Travel Club, Chess Club, GSA, Civil Air Patrol, and Book Club. We also represent every sport offered at MALC: football, cheer, volleyball, swim, basketball, soccer, softball, and baseball. Of course, the homecoming and prom king and queen are members of our class too. That's not all though, we get even better. Our futures are various too. You're looking at the future: Navy, Air Force, Army, Coast Guard, artists, musicians, doctors, psychologists, nurses, physical therapists, paramedics, geneticists, vet assistants, FBI agents, park rangers, politicians, teachers, writers, filmmakers, sports managers, athletes, linemen, engineers, missionary members, real estate agents, and game developers. Seems pretty crazy, right? All of us. When we graduate MALC, we will represent 20 out of 50 states of the United States. 20. We're going to be surrounded 20 states. That's pretty amazing, don't you think? We have so much to look forward to, so many beginnings. We have the first day of college, the first day of our new job, the first day of marriage, the first day as parents, and the first day as grandparents. The list is endless. Because life isn't about endings, it's about beginnings that are brought with it every single time. There will always be one open door, maybe even more than one, and it's our choice to choose which door we go through. So that is what I have to say to my classmates. You are the only ones that dictate your life. You choose your doors and your beginnings. I hope you have a million great ones. Thank you, everyone. I hope you enjoyed tonight. And congratulations to the class of 2017. And I've waited years to do this. To quote Legally Blonde,
We did it!
Thank you, Casey. All right, without further ado, I'd like to introduce the young lady who had the highest GPA for the graduating class of 2017 with a 4.0. Tonight's valedictorian speaker is Kai Tubasine.
Hello, everybody. I'm so not ready. Okay. Well, thank you, admin, for having me speak after Casey Meyer, who is someone who is consistently known for good speeches, whereas I am definitely not. But I'm going to try my best tonight as valedictorian of my graduating class. I am proud to welcome our friends and families to the graduating ceremony for the class of 2017. For most of us, this moment is what we have been looking forward to for the last 4 years of our lives, and for some, even longer than that. As for others, this moment is a miracle or a dream that somehow came true through hard work and perseverance. These last 4 years have been some of the most difficult and trying of our lives, but at the same time, 4 of the most amazing. In these years, we have learned so much from these esteemed teachers, and this knowledge will hopefully stay with us for time to come. At least for me, it will. The lessons and wisdom our teachers have passed on to us have imprinted themselves into me, and I will not forget what I have learned during my time at MALC. In the last 4 years, we have also made friendships. I will be the first to say that these friendships are not just that. They are bonds that cannot be easily broken. In all my time at MALC, I have found that my classmates have become my family away from home. Truthfully, I did not believe in what the staff here meant when they consistently called us a MALC family, but now it seems so blindingly obvious, I don't know how I didn't get it sooner. My classmates that I have spent the last 6 years of my life with have truly become part of me and are an extension of the family that I have at home. I can trust these people, and we can tell each other anything. For a lot of us, the friends we were in class with in junior high have remained by our sides ever since. I have the same exact classmates that I did in 7th AP, 8th AP, Honors 9th, 10th, Dual Enrollment 8th grade, 11th grade, and this year. We've all stayed together. We've all grown up together physically, mentally, and academically. We have been each other's backbone, trusting one another and being able to lean on each other for help when desperate. If you don't call that family, I don't know what is. No matter what life has thrown at us, we were there for each other. When a young freshman needed surgery, we were there to support her. When our staff member was hurting and another grew sick, we held on to one another for support. When we entered this school, we promised to give our all academically, but that wasn't it. We promised to stand up for our school, ourselves, and for our family, both at home and at school. I know that we have our futures ahead of us and that we are all taking the next step to adulthood, and our lives are starting now. But I beg of you not to forget what we have lived through in these last 4 years. These are irreplaceable memories of our youth. No one can take them away from us, and I hope they mean just as much to all of you graduates today as they do to me. And I know I'm not the best speaker, and I'm sorry, CJ, that this wasn't very funny, like you begged me every day for the last month. But these are my true feelings. I truly feel that despite our differences, we are all one big family. We have our fights, but it's our experiences together and love for one another that keeps us so close in the end. Before I leave this pedestal and sit back down to graduate from MALC, I want to express my thanks to the staff. Thank you to all the teachers who have assisted in our education these last 4 years and more. You are the reason we all stand here together today to receive our diplomas. Thank you to the teachers that have left before now, like Mr. Ferger, who taught me not to mess up my freshman year. Every single day he told me that. Thank you to Mr. Carlson for dealing with us during our rowdy sophomore years and more. Thank you to Mr. and Mrs. Demers for somehow making chemistry easy to understand and for trying your hardest to convince me to become an English teacher. To Mr. Lindemanis for showing us that having passion for what you do can make things like even history become fun. To Miss Brose for teaching us the skills we need for our life our freshman year, though I wish it were this last year. To Miss Erblin for somehow surviving this year with high school, junior high, and elementary school classes in all one day. To Chef for always being there for us at our dances and for feeding us every single day. To Mr. Marks for instilling a sense of reality into our heads when we feel like high school was all there is in life. To Mr. Griffin, for my junior year mornings, be it a wandering husky or Freudian theories, they were always an adventure. To Mr. Kern and Mr. Leslie, for being my coaches for an amazing 3 and 4 years, and for every long bus ride back with Mark and the angel, Miss Diane. To Mr. Gibson, for being one of the most positive people I have ever met, and for being such a good influence on students, and for coaching with my dad this year. To Miss Martin, for handling every last one of us despite the blank stares that seemed never ending. To Miss Sessions, for being the hardest teacher I have ever had and for challenging me to do my best. To Miss Merrigan, Mr. Mulligan, Mr. Van Wy, Miss Miller, and Mr. Bruno, and Dr. Christensen, for doing your best to make these years as successful and as amazing as you can. Your efforts have not been wasted. To Mr. Nicklin, for being a great teacher and friend, and for helping me to discover my passion in life, science. And to Nena, I just want to say that there are not enough words in this universe to describe how amazing Nena is and to describe how thankful we are to this beautiful woman. We love you, Nena, more than you will ever know. And finally, a huge thank you to Mr. Sanders for bringing positivity to the classroom every day, for making calculus one of the most fun classes ever, for taking your time to create ways for students to learn easier, and for making these last 4 years unforgettable with all of our ear-splitting dismissals. It was with the help of these teachers that we were able to become the people that we are. And I have been looking forward to this for the last 4 years. Becoming valedictorian is what I've been aiming for, just so I can say these last words in my speech. I would like to quote Mr. Sanders himself and say, congratulations to the estimable, the loquacious class of 2017.
Thank you, Kai. All right, ladies and gentlemen, our next guest, you know, it takes a visionary and buckets full of courage to say, you know what, I can do it different. I can do it better. You know what, I'm gonna go out and just build my own charter school and do it the way I wanna do it. None of us would be here today if it wasn't for the founder, the CEO, the visionary, Dr. Vicki Christensen.
Thank you, but I have to tell you, this is just the vessel, it is not me. It takes everybody in the community, it takes the students, the teachers, the administrators, the parents, the businesses that support us. We are just a very, the word blessed school, because we have so many people who really do care about you students. And that's what it's about, you and your futures. Yes, I know. You know why you can say that, because you know I love you too. There is such, when I was driving over tonight to come to do this speech or talk or give gratitude to you and everybody out there, I was thinking the same thing that these students were saying. When I come to work in the morning, yes, I'm old enough to retire, but it's really hard because I'm coming home when I come to work. That's really hard to not come home. And so I get here on campus and I see kindergartners. I call them my teachers. I see my teachers, my students, my administrators are amazing. And I just get goosebumps. I'm so happy to be coming here. And that's, I mean, what better gift can you have in life to love going to where you love going and the people you want to be with? It just doesn't get better. And so I'm very fortunate, and you all make this come true. If it wasn't for students and parents believing in our school and our community, it wouldn't be this great. It just doesn't get great on its own. It's because of you. So everybody pat themselves on the back. And that's you too, parents. And the one thing, I was never a traditionist, and I've said this at other graduations. Valerie, Mrs. Merrigan, is my daughter, and in 3rd grade, she came to me and she says, Mom, I have to write an English paper on what our traditions are. I could not think of one tradition we had. I said, our tradition is that we do something different every time. It's true, isn't it? And so this graduating and saying this poem that I'm going to recite to you students, it's one that I actually got when I was in church one day, and it had profound impact on me. And so you're going to get a copy of this and bury it away, because I had this stuck in my Bible, and then when I started doing these graduations, I pulled it out because it's so applicable to you. And this is what it says. And it was W.H. Murray. And it says, until one is committed, there is hesitancy, the chance to draw back, always ineffectiveness concerning all acts of initiation and creation. There is one elementary truth, the ignorant that kills countless ideas and splendid plans, that the moment that one definitely commits oneself, then all providence moves too. All sorts of things occur to help one that what not necessarily occurred. A whole stream of events occurs to support you with meetings, material that you would never even thought of. Whatever you can do or dream you can, do it. Boldness has genius, power, and magic in it. So while I was laying in bed, because I could not sleep either last night, and thinking, what would I want to say to this graduating class? It was different than most graduating classes, and 4 thoughts came to my mind. And one was the word boldness. Sometimes people think boldness is boasting and that. But to me, when I think of boldness, I think of someone having the ability to step up, envision, and pursue your future. Now that's what being bold is. The other thing I thought about is I've heard people justify and give up on things. Well, I couldn't finish going to school, my mom got sick. Oh, our car broke down, so that's why I didn't go to college. Do not justify missing your life. Whatever you decide you're going to do, commit to it. Go for it with all you've got, because you will find out. You will find out there is a force out there that wants you to be at what you want to be. Let it help you. That's another thing. The other thing I thought about is often one of the biggest problems I believe that a lot of people have is self-worth. Why do we say that? Maybe our society, our parents, or what? We're always trying to please everybody, and we never think we can meet it. Oh, don't believe that. We're all human. We all make mistakes. We're all on a journey. But the one thing they always say is forgive others, but be forgiving to yourselves. If you make a mistake, let it go. Move on. Keep going. Don't give up. Forgive yourselves. Always forgive yourself and believe your self-worth is very, very valuable. The last one is, they say listen to your heart when you make a decision, but also listen to those who offer you wisdom. So if ever you're out there in life and your parents aren't around, you don't go to a church and your pastor's not around, or your teachers aren't around, you've always got a MALC family here. You always have a MALC family here who will listen to you and help you. You are not alone. So, thank you, students, for making all of our lives so enjoyable. I love you.
And now it's about that time why we all came tonight to see these young men and women walk across the stage with their high school diploma. Before I ask them to stand and invite them up here to receive the diploma, I'd like the staff, the teachers, the administrators, everybody who works at Mohave Accelerated Learning Center to please stand in the room. I know the lights are off, but please stand in the room if you work at Mohave Accelerated Learning Center. Stand and be recognized. You are what makes this school great. It's not a great school without great teachers, and I am so thankful every day for my staff. They are absolutely amazing. They make my life easy. Staff, we're going to start the presentation, so if you want to work your way down to the floor as the graduates come around to shake hands and give your last goodbye hug, because now is your opportunity. Are you ready? First row, please stand. Parents, before I read the first name, I'd like to let all of you know you are more than welcome as a parent to come right down here in the front and get that picture, because we're going to shake hands right here with the diploma. But then I ask, please return to your seat so we make room for all the parents. And please don't come up too early so there's room for all the parents. But as parents, as you get close to your child, if you would like to get a good shot and a good picture, this is a family. We make sure our family gets the best shots. This is their moment. And we got to make mom happy. Come forward to the stairs. Here we go. The first one for class of 2017, Rebecca Marie Ajak.
I will continue my education by going to MCC for General Studies.
Alexander Manuel Angulo Montoya.
I don't know how I'm gonna do it, but I'm gonna be a star.
Sierra Leoanne Brown.
I will be attending MCC to pursue my career in dentistry.
Lydia Elsie Ann Bush.
I will be attending Calvary Chapel Bible College to study theology.
Ava Marie Calhoun.
I'm attending to MCC for baking and pastry.
Alana Deborah Clark.
I will be moving to Washington and pursuing my career in forensic science.
Jordan Matthew Dunn.
I plan on going to the United States Army and pursue my career in electrical engineering. Yeah.
Kelly Sue-Ann Eaton.
I plan to attend Mohave Community College and pursue a career in radiology.
Isabel Escobedo.
I will be attending MCC and Full Sail University to pursue my career in filmmaking.
Emily Elaine Mo Estrada.
I will be attending NAU to study forestry.
Anissa Mariah Estrada Cruz.
I'll be attending Crown College, getting a degree in sports management while playing college basketball.
Brittany Rose Evans.
I will go to NCC so I can work hard to become a nurse.
Kenneth David Fancher.
Hello. My college is undecided. But I'll be pursuing a degree in music education.
Caroline Fernandez.
I'll be attending MCC in the summer to become a CNA.
Ashley Nicole French.
I'll be attending MCC to pursue a career in RN.
Javier Orion Galloway.
My gosh. Okay. I have 3 jobs right now. I continue to work and make a lot of money. Don't make your dreams be dreams.
William Dean Hanlon.
I am enlisted in the United States Navy as an air rescue swimmer. I'll be shipping off to Chicago on July 10th.
Andrew Michael Hedge.
I still have dreams to play in the NBA.
Ana Margarita Hernandez Pena.
I'm going back to Mexico to finish my school, but I really want to say thank you because this was the best year of my life.
Jack Allen Jones.
I plan on fighting to the top to continue my studies in music.
Is your middle name Nicole? Tiffany Nicole Jones.
I'm moving to Phoenix to continue my education.
I have Jan next. Cody McDaniel? Cody Daniel Kern.
I'm gonna move to Vegas and continue try to get a degree in computer science.
Jan Kempa.
So, I'm a German exchange student, and when I go back to my country, I'll finish up my school in a few years. I'll try to become a lawyer. So, und nochmal zum Abschluss zu sagen, es hat mir hier sehr gut gefallen.
Cameron Isaac Ketchersid.
I'm enlisted in the United States Navy as a hospital corpsman. I ship on July 18th to Chicago. I'm hungry.
Arachaporn Ketchapai.
All right, I'm from Thailand. When I go back, I'm gonna finish my school. I'm gonna be in the university. I'm gonna be the officer in the United Nations. Thank you.
Alyssa Ann Kidwell.
I will be attending Teal College in Pennsylvania with a major in elementary education while playing college softball.
Faylene Alafatunoa Lai.
I will be going to MCC to study criminal law.
Jason Philip Luna Munoz.
I will be an electrical lineman.
Cheyenne Michelle Mace.
go to NAU for physical therapy.
Alexis Jade Baganya.
I will be attending Gateway for physical therapy.
Corinne Adrian Magana.
I will be attending Gateway College to be a nurse.
Alicia Marie Martin.
I will be attending Grand Canyon University to get my master's in nursing.
Jeremy Matthew Pernola. Excuse me, Dylan Miles McGraw.
I'm going to become an Uber driver, and then I'm going to go to MCC and become a computer engineer.
Christmas McQuan.
I'm an exchange student from Thailand, and I want to thank everyone for being a part of my exchange year memories.
Solon Michael Messer.
I'm just planning on going where life takes me.
Casey Marie Meyer.
I will be attending High Point University with a major of biology to pursue a career in medicine.
Brenna Holly Middleton.
I'm going to establish residency in Washington and then study sociology at some college.
Devin Christopher Montoy.
Enlisting in the United States Army and leaving May 10th for Fort Sill, Oklahoma.
Grayson Lucas Moore.
I will be attending Evangel University in Springfield, Missouri with a major of psychology.
Essence Danielle Murphy.
Well, I'm doing what my mom advised me to do, and I'm going to go to Job Corps for the fine arts. Not sure which part, but I'll figure it out when I get there.
Ruby Delilah Mussolino.
I'm going to go to MCC to get my associate's degree to be a nurse.
Liam Nguyen.
I'm an exchange student from Vietnam, and I really love that I studied 1 year in MALC. And before we shake hands, can I do the bow for one last time?
Daniel Jacob Ochoa.
I'm going to attend Mesa Community College to get a degree in game design and 3D animation.
Jennifer Marlene Aller.
I'm going to attend MCC to become a vet assistant.
Now Jeremy Matthew Pernua.
I am going to MCC for my general studies.
Shayla Ann Francis Peterson.
I'm going to be attending NAU to pursue my career in elementary education.
Catherine Jean Proctor.
I'm going to further my education at UNLV, and I'm going to become an orthopedic surgeon. So break a leg.
Elton Melvin Rathburn Jr.
I'm going to MCC to pursue my career as a police officer.
Mark Nicholas Rogers II.
Whoa, this is a good-looking group of people. So, there are many things that my heart and soul are going to conquer in this world. And yes, I'm going to school, don't worry. But something I do want to say is I firmly believe that Mohave Accelerating Learning Center is the best school in Bullhead City. And I know from facts, I've been to all of them, just personal, whatever. And I would also like to say that I love all the staff. Thank you for everything you've done for us. And Mark Rogers, 2040, just watch.
Marilyn Rojas.
I am going to be enlisted in the United States Air Force and becoming a lawyer.
Michaela Marie Sanders.
I will be studying nursing at NAU.
Dawson Charles Seals.
I will be going to MCC to pursue a career in firefighting.
Raymond Anthony Seviano.
I will be attending MCC to be a firefighter.
Dustin Mike Edwards Stewart.
I'll be taking some classes at MCC and taking care of my baby boy, Dominic.
The 13-year Patriot, Bradley Dean Strickland.
I'll be attending MCC to finish my business entrepreneurship degree.
Noah Dell Tiffany.
"5 years in high school, I've made a lot of mistakes. Graduating is not one of them.
Joshua Joseph Allen Townsend.
Oh man, I'm hoping to become an ambassador against bullying in schools. And also I want to thank my amazing parents, my older brother. It's just been an amazing 13 years for all of you being by my side. Just, oh my God, this is a dream come true to be doing this right now. Thank you.
Kai Anastasia Tubasine.
I will be attending NAU's Honors College to get my bachelor's in biology and continue on for my PhD in genetics.
Dolumami Huvisa Madrano Vasquez.
I would like to thank the staff and the teachers for making this a wonderful year and my classmates. I would also like to thank my parents that are out there. Los amo mucho y feliz Día de las Madres Ma. I hope to become famous and you will see me walk the red carpet.
Martina Virgilio.
I'm an exchange student from Italy, and when I come back, I want to continue my studies and finish the high school in 2 years.
Desiree Lynn Webb.
I want to get my degree in criminology at NAU and become a cop.
Leonard Weber.
Hi, I'm also an exchange student from Germany. I will have a job. I will still go to school, and I want to thank you. I want to thanks to my host family.
Jackson Dale Warshow.
I plan on going to ASU and majoring in biology.
Cassidy Ray Warden.
Oh, God, hi. I'm gonna write a bunch of books and change the world. Or something.
Alyssa Marie Zarica.
I'm going to attend real estate school.
We will wait for Alyssa to make her way around before we close. While we wait for our graduates to make their way around the room, for all the seniors that took a dual enrollment class this year, Dr. Christians asks that you stay behind for one last picture together with the students who have college credits. So before you leave the bleachers, one picture with the students who took dual enrollment this year, please. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Class of 2017, I'm going to leave you with one closing remark here. One time a year, I wear my grandfather's class ring from 1939 on my hand. I only wear it this one night every year. And he gave it to me, and he passed away about 15 months ago. But he was the most amazing man and lived an incredible life. He was third wave Omaha Beach in battle and fought his way all the way to Berlin against Nazi Germany. And he was a very successful, self-made American with only a high school diploma and lived a very successful life. But he always said one thing to me: doesn't matter how hard it gets in life, no one can ever take your education away from you. And I want you to remember that. Ladies and gentlemen, the graduating class at Mohave Accelerated Learning Center of 2017, you have graduated. Congratulations, ladies and gentlemen. We will turn the lights on so we can move around in here. We need one picture from all the dual enrollment students. One picture. And KK has the camera. She's going to take the picture.